Hello, I hope you're well. Today I want to talk to you about the photographer called Francesca Woodman. Have you ever heard of her about her work? For me, I discovered her a few months ago when I was watching some videos in YouTube, and I started watching. It was like also her family spoke about her. It's really interesting her talent, her life, short life actually, and we'll go back more details on that, and also the influence that has as a photographer despite her short life. So, what is my plan for today? Is I go and look some of my notes, I make some small research and some main points, and then I have two books, the one I saw you and this one, and I will go and I'll go through some of the photos I like, and then I close with some thoughts. So she was a celebrated yet enigmatic photographer. She and she has an effect on art despite her short life. She's known for mostly for black and white self-portraits. Often you can see her and also other her friends. And in a lot of time, a lot of her photos, she was like she's showing the female form, so they are naked. It's like surreal and dreamlike imaginary. She is using in a lot of cases mirror, blend motion, and lock exposures. She go to hunting scenes uh, like abandoned houses. Recurrent themes in her work is like identity, female form, mortality, and passage of time. She used creatively light and shadow to create like a eternal, intimate atmosphere. She inspired by her surroundings, which, as we say, it was like abandoned spaces, vintage interiors, and decaying architecture. And I'll show you one photo that she's using like the how it's called, the wall covering. She was, if we go and say something about her talent and vision, she was highly experimental. She has highly experimental approach and blending photography and performance art. And I think she made also some videos. Her unique ability to evoke complex emotion through minimalistic settings and compositions. She explored the concept of disappearing, models blending into their environments, symbolizing fragility and impermanence. And she's compared to some surrealist painters for her imaginative work. Her life, she was born in 1958. Her parents were artists, and she grew up in a creative environment. She studied at the Rhode Island of Design, where she refined her artistic style, and she also spent time in Rome and Italy, and where she further developed her artistic vision and producing some of her most iconic work. She struggled with the pressures of making a living as an artist in her early 20s. I think I read that she was keep like sending her work but with no response. She used, I think for me, one of the reasons I like her work is because I find her quite beautiful, and I think she used that, and I'm quite admiring, no, some jealous, or not admiring, about the woman photographer who can use their body in self-portraitures, because I cannot do it the same way. Although I like self-portraits, but I don't think somebody will be interested in seeing me naked. So, uh, and I think it's different. It's like in art, in the whole history of art, we can see like the female form represented, like even like from ancient paintings to more recent like photos, and you can see like also the evolution of like what was ideal at the time and what was considered as beautiful at the time. So as we say, she frequently used her body exploring themes of vulnerability, empowerment, and the complexity of being a woman. uh, Her nude figures are often depicted in abstract, fragmented, or ghostly form, so it's not like just a photo of a naked woman. It's like it has something deeper on that. And she challenged conventional depictions of beauty by focusing on rawness and authenticity. And looking at her work, I think she's quite ahead of her time. And I don't know what will have happened if she was like, if we see her work today, and what will happen if in social media will she be like viral? Will be she become famous, or still she couldn't be accepted because this nudity would not be allowed in Instagram. We see all the wrong things, and the beauty of a female form it's not allowed, which is it doesn't make sense to me. Her tragic end of her life, she struggled with depression, feeling of inadequacy, and the lack of recognition during her lifetime. And I think she suicided in 1981 at the age of 22. Imagine if she didn't kill herself, and imagine if she was recognized. What we lost from her work. And her impact, she has inspired countless photographers and artists exploring similar themes. And after her death, there were a lot of exhibitions and publications have brought her recognition, making her a celebrated figure in contemporary photography. And I think that's how I started watching about her videos. And it was quite painful to see her relative speakings about her. And she was a symbol of youthful brilliance and reminder of the fragility of life. So let's go to see some of my favorite photos. I hope it focuses well. The cover, it's I think it's like a nice one. This book actually it's called Francesca Woodman and Margaret Cameron, and they have parallels on the two artists' life and work. And this is because I think she was years before Francesca Woodman, but I will maybe explore her more. But I only have the chance to read about Margaret Cameron because of this book. Because I was searching for book about Francesca Woodman because I don't know. I was feeling like I need to have some. So this is a photo which says in her handwriting, "Yet another day alone. I wake up in these white chairs," and it's the photo called "Yet Another Day Alone." Yes, I wake up in these white chairs, and it's around 1976 to 1977. But as we can see, she's not alone. I hope it focuses well. I like the text. I like not so many photographers use the text this way. Okay, if you Google search, you will see. I think you will see this photo a lot, and as we say, it's like it is about nudity and showing the beauty of the female form. And it's like Untitled 1976. The other photo I want to show you from this book. It's actually maybe my favorite one. I don't know, I can look at it for hours. And I think that's how I find her really beautiful. And so it's called Untitled 1976, and I think it's maybe in Rhode Island or something like that. And I think I'm done with this book. And the other book is called On Being an Angel. And this is the cover. And the photo I want to show you is this one. It is called From Space, Providence, Rhode Island, 1976. And this is what exactly we said, that she blended in like abandoned places, and she used the wall covering and interfere with that in this way. That's like it can bring emotions looking at her work, and as I said, for me, it's one of the most maybe influential for me photographers, and I'm keep wondering what will happen for her if she was living today, and will she be recognized? And also, it's really sad for me that she lost her life in just 22 years. I hope you learned something new about this photographer, and maybe I will try to speak to you about more photographers. And I suggest to you to explore more and go to explore videos about her and about her relative speaking about her. I hope you enjoyed it despite the sadness of it. And I hope, I don't know, I hope to do more videos like that, as I say. If you like my work, please feel free to subscribe and like or share any comments about your work. Speak to you soon. Have a good day and be creative. Bye.